Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel Technotricks. I hope you have gone through the first video which I have posted on BI Publisher Reports. So this is the second video in the same sequence. In this video, we'll talk about how we can create a BI Publisher report which can have parameters. So if you haven't watched my previous video, I'll provide the link in the description. Please go through that first because that was the very first session in which I have discussed how you can create a very basic report or first BI report. So in the last particular session, we have created a BI report in which the query which we used was this one, and we were actually hard coding the values. We were only looking for the data where invoice ID may be equals to 45 or 46. So we were getting the data for both. Now, in the real-time environment, when let's say you are developing an integration, and that time, let's say if you want to do some validation using BI Publisher report, or you want to fetch some data from Oracle ERP Cloud based on some particular requirement. Let's say this time you want to fetch the data only for invoice ID 45, and in the next run of your integration, maybe you want to fetch the data for some another invoice ID. So that is like real-time scenarios that happens. So let's directly jump to Oracle ERP Cloud BI Publisher. These are the last reports which we created. So this time I'll not start from the beginning. Please watch my previous video if you are a beginner to it. We'll go to new and we are directly going to data model. So here we will go for same SQL query, and this name we are going to write any like demo. This is just data set name, and data source I'm going to select same. Let me just enlarge it a little bit. So this was the query we used last time. So how you can create parameterized report, that is very simple. In the same query, invoice ID equals to this particular you have to use, and then you just give the name of your parameter. For example, I want to give invoice ID only. So with this particular symbol, if I'll click on OK, you can see here itself, it is treating this particular variable as a parameter. So please select one or more bind variables to create corresponding parameters. You just need to click on it and click OK. It will take you to the parameters window. Now you can see one parameter got created with the name of invoice ID. Data type you can choose anyone which you want, whether it's a string, integer, boolean, date or float. These options are there. As of now, we'll go for string. And here you can see this is the display label. So where this display label will come, this I will show you. As of now, I'll give display label as invoice space ID. Text field size also you can decide. Text field contains comma separated values. If you will click on it, and let's say you have given the parameter as in type in your particular SQL query, then you can click for this, which will say that text field contains comma separated values. And the refresh other parameter on change, this will come into the picture when you are creating a report in which you are having dependent value set. So what is the concept of dependent value set, how to use this maybe we will be discussing in the further sessions. In the parameter type, as of now we will keep it as a text. How we can create a parameter type of menu, that also I'll explain in the further sessions. And date and search as well. And this is the checkbox if you want to keep it as a mandatory. So we will click on mandatory because we want to create this parameter as mandatory. After doing this, first you have to save your particular data model. I'll just click on save button here, and I will save in the same folder in which we have created last time. This is the folder we have chosen. So I'll say that AP invoices with, let's say, parameter, and this is the data model. I'll click on OK. So this is saved. Now I'll click here, and these are the same columns. We will click on data. Now you can see you are getting a parameter over here. So from where this invoice ID came, because a parameter we gave as invoice underscore ID. So if I'll click on it, this is the meaning of display label. You can see I have given the display label as invoice ID. That is why it is coming up over here. And here we can pass any of the invoice ID for which we are looking for the data actually. So let's say if I want to see the data only for invoice ID 45, I'll just pass 45 here, click on view. And you can see we are getting the data for invoice ID 45. Okay. In the same manner, you can have multiple parameters as well. For example, okay, let's try something. What I'll do is I'll edit this data model, and instead of these columns, I'll put a star. Okay, so it is telling select star. Okay, I remove the table as well. Yeah, so now it will give you all the data. I'll just click on save for a moment, go to data, and for the same invoice ID, let's say we want everything. Okay. So here, let's say you want a specific requirement where, let's say you want to pass the supplier ID as well, or let's say vendor ID. Okay. So that particular scenario also you can do. The vendor ID you can take from here, and in the where clause you can put where invoice ID equals to this and vendor ID equals to this. So while you will be doing vendor ID equals to value, that also you need to create same as a parameter, which will come up over here. And then you will be able to see two parameters over here. Just pass the values to it, and then only the data will come to you. So this is how you can create any of the report which is based on parameter, or you can say which is a parameterized report. So I'll tell you one more concept today, how to create a report on top of that, because this is just the data model we are creating. So there is one more way of creating the report out of that data model. I'll just save it, data, and you can see we are getting the data over here. So as of now, I'll save this particular data as a sample. It is saved. And now let's say we'll go for create report. So the last time the method which we used was wizard method, in which we were doing the drag and drop for all the fields which we want to show in the report. And we just clicked on the same window, guide me, and we just clicked on next. If you haven't seen my video, please go to my previous video and see that. So today what we will try is I'll just cancel it instead of going from this method. And here also you can see generate RTF layout based on selected data model. So this also you can use if you still do not want to create the RTF by yourself manually. So I'll just select the data model, and here we can see AP invoice with parameter DM. This is the data model. I'm just selecting it. After selecting the data model, if I'll click here, generate RTF layout, it will actually just ask me the template name, and based on the data model which I have selected, it will create a template for me, RTF template, and then we are good to use that template inside our report. So the template name I'm going to give as, let's say, just a demo template. I'll click on generate, and you can see this time we haven't dragged and dropped all the fields and all that stuff we haven't done. I will just click on save here because we have to save the report as well. This is the template we have created. So I'm going to give it a name as AP invoices with parameter, and let's say RPT. So this is how we are good for the report. Now if I'll click on view report, here also, because the report is parameterized, you can see one or more mandatory parameter are empty because we have given our parameter as mandatory. So once you will pass the value, let's say 45, it will actually run the report for you. So this is a very small brief about how you can create a parameterized report, and another way of creating the report using the RTF layout, which BI Publisher will automatically generate for you. So please let me know how do you like this video and how are you liking these sessions. If you are looking for a specific requirement, please let me know that. I'll try to create a video on that, and we will continue these sessions as much as possible. Thank you so much for your time.